I'm Ash Kalra, State Assembly Member representing District 25 here in San Jose.
Dave Cortese, State Senator, Senate District 15, which is primarily San Jose.
First of all, we check to see if the person is a constituent, because sometimes there are these advocacy groups or organizations that are national organizations, and we'll literally get barraged with thousands of emails or phone calls from folks out of state or other parts of the state. That's not as meaningful, quite honestly, as constituents. And so even if you have a really wonderful organization you work with that has a broad network throughout the state, the key is to focus on those that live in the district of the member you're trying to communicate with. And so let's say you have some environmental organization that has 100,000 members throughout the state, and you say, okay, everyone email your legislator. Well, instead of having 100,000 messages come to us, it's way more effective to find out where those members of the organization live and send it to their local assembly member and state senator. And then we will document how much feedback we get on let's say there's a bill AB 100. We will document how many people are contacting us that are constituents, and how many are for, how many are opposed, or if there's some place in between where they just want to offer suggestions. We also take note of the fact of whether it's a form letter or a personalized letter or email. So you can send a form email. That's not a bad thing, but I think it's way more impactful if it's an individualized email that's sent. It has more of an impact because it shows the person really went out of their way to send this special message, or if they call as well, we'll document it also. But all methods are acceptable and have an impact, but the more personalized, the better. They should all put themselves in our shoes. If they're communicated with in some mass email, is that more impactful? Or if it's not that it doesn't matter. So we have an email list and we send emails out. I think those emails matter. We send out newsletters and other information about things going on. So it's not to say that doesn't matter. It does, but that would be different than if some of my staff reached out to you personally to connect with you. Think about it in your own interpersonal communications of how people interact with the world. There's no doubt that a personalized message is going to have more of an impact than a mass message. We definitely get more from form because that has a much, someone can just click a button and it'll go to thousands of people may message, their legislators. But we do get personalized things too. We get people that send me a message, it might be an Instagram message of, hey, I'm your constituent, or it might be a friend that knows me and says, hey, I'm having some issue with my parents are having some issue with some of this, or just like, hey, I like that bill or I don't like that bill. They filter up, but if my staff is the one that kind of filters through all the information we get, and then will bring to my attention if there's something that is, if there's a bill or something I'm working on or something another legislator is working on that's getting a lot of feedback from our constituents, then my staff will definitely let me know. And so it does matter. And if it's a constituent services issue, it really matters because then my staff can follow up. But I don't always know. Like, it's really great when I'm out in the community and a community member will say, hey, your staff really helped me with an EDD issue, or we had some other issue and your staff pointed me in the right direction. I might not personally have gotten that message, but it's great to know that my staff's getting it and responding. Now, I do get the social media messages and all that. I'm not necessarily encouraging folks to go that route, but if I get it, I'm busy, so it may get past me and I may not respond. It's not because I don't care. It's because I just get inundated with thousands of different types of messages a week. And so that's why it's always good to go through our official portal through the office to make sure that it gets to a staff member. And they can also send a social media thing too, or a direct message. That's fine. Or send me an email. I'm not discouraging it, but I think that there are other ways that might get more of that might get a quicker response.